This is our video on computer systems engineering. So what is computer systems engineering? Computer systems engineering is one of the most popular engineering fields, and the number of computer systems professionals is steadily increasing. The world of IT and computers is constantly advancing at tremendous speed, which is leading to more demand of computer systems professionals. These engineers, or computer system engineering, is a very broad field of study with many different career options. Oftentimes, schooling is not enough to prepare someone for the tasks of being a computer systems engineer. It is a career that is definitely not easy. It's not suited for everyone. It requires a lot of knowledge that you'll gain through years of experience. Computer system engineers need to be experts in, as the name suggests, computers. They need to have a wide scale of knowledge on this technology for whatever environment they happen to be in. They need to be able to handle problems with hardware and software and be able to come up with precise solutions to these problems. Computer systems engineers are often working with clients or other employees depending on what their role is, and the role of the computer systems engineer varies widely depending on who their employer is and what it is that they specialize in. One task that all computer systems engineers are expected to do is providing advice on software and hardware, various troubleshooting, testing, evaluations, program installations, and things such as that. Another major part that they are expected to tackle is cybersecurity. When working for a company, a computer systems expert needs to be able to handle the online security of the business. In order to be a computer systems engineer, you need to be proficient in several sub-disciplines. A few of these include math, engineering, and of course computer science. So careers. As I stated before, computer systems engineering is a very broad study, and there's many different fields that you can choose to focus and specialize in. Some of them I've listed here. Computer hardware engineers, they specialize in obviously the hardware side of computers. They will research, develop, design, and test different components of a computer system, such as circuit boards, processors, memory devices, network routers, and things such as that. And these application software developers and system software developers, they handle the software side of computers. One of them is for developing specific applications based on their clients' needs, and the other one is for system-level software. And finally, computer system administrators, they ensure the computer equipment is operating properly, and they will handle troubleshooting issues in a business, as well as installation. And the computer system analysts, they will modify existing technology by designing new equipment and systems to ensure optimum performance.
To become a computer systems engineer, the first thing you're going to need, sadly, is probably a higher level education. Over 63.5% of computer systems engineers have a bachelor, just some degree, and 18.4% have an associate's degree. I think another 14% have a master's degree, but regardless, if you're looking for a job as a computer systems engineer today, you're going to need some sort of higher level education. And from there, you want to start focusing specifically on what you want to do. So after you get your education, you want to get real world experience working for a job. It's going to take around normally 3 to 6 months to really start getting you trained and working. And after a while, once you've been working at your place for a good while, you will normally either get promoted within your job, or you go back to school to get the necessary qualifications to be able to lead other people. Now, for the necessary skills that computer systems engineers have is, in terms of personal skills, they absolutely need to be able to communicate with others. They need to be able to troubleshoot any problems they can get, or at least be able to communicate how to troubleshoot those problems effectively. They need to be organized, and they need to be very on top of how they manage their time. Because most of the time, they're not just working for themselves, they're working for a company, so the time management is of the essence. As far as technical skills go, computer systems engineers should be proficient in software development. They should understand how information security works. Most of them should be proficient in engineering software, so I think 11% need JavaScript, 11% need Python, 5% need JavaScript. Overall, 49% of jobs ask for proficiency in at least one type of coding skill. And they also need to be able to maintain and manage servers, like computer servers. A big thing that they do is even if the servers are more old or the language is more old, like C++ or Foxborough databases. C++ is super old, like Python is so much newer. Even JavaScript is way newer. And I think Foxborough was discontinued in 2007. But the thing is that these engineers still need to be able to know how to use it because the companies they are working for, the foundation was built upon those languages. So they need to be able to understand and maintain all that. And finally, computer systems engineers need to be able to network with others. So 3 things I looked up and found were the ACM, the Association for Computing Machinery, the IEEE, which is the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, and the AWC, the Association for Women in Computing. The ACM and IEEE are just more so really big organizations, and the Associations for Women in Computing is more so, that one is a lot more closed off, and it's because women are such a minority force in a lot of STEM fields, sadly. Now, the main reason that you would want to join any of these is definitely for networking, not just with other computer systems engineers, but also because you can it's just to get in contact with other people, like from different professions, if that makes sense. It's more so not just to stay on top of your own craft, but also be able to reach out and interact with other engineers. Like, remember, communication is the most effective skill as an engineer. So you need to be able to communicate not only with people in your field, but also in other fields.
I got the pleasure of doing the interview question portion of our PowerPoint. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first question I asked was, what is the day-to-day functions of your job? The response was, I have to make sure that all systems are up to date and backed up in case of server failure to ensure that no data is lost. I support everything from the telephone systems to the heating systems, camera systems, emails, accounting, and all systems in between, plus the computers, printers, iPads, phones, and any other technology that is used while making sure the network and all of those systems are secured from the outside world to make sure data is protected. I also do all this while maintaining any compliance regulations that we may fall under. So definitely a broad scope of responsibility there. The next question I asked was, what would you say the main difference between software engineers and computer systems engineers is? The response I received was, the main difference is one writes the code and designs the software based upon user requirements. I support the software install as well as supporting all the other software and systems that my business uses, while also designing the network and systems to integrate together to support the user, who is basically my customer. The third question I asked was, what would your main piece of advice to someone trying to become a computer systems engineer? It's all about practice and learning from past mistakes. Mistakes will inevitably be part of the job, but the best thing you can do is learn from them, as this is how you avoid the issue in the future. Mistakes are the best form of learning and on-the-job training that you will receive. What is the most challenging part of your job? The most challenging part is when something is broken or not working, our business ceases to be productive, and all the users are idle, and it is up to me to make things work again. I don't always understand what's broke or how to fix it, so you have to be cool and calm under the pressure while piecing together the puzzle, all while researching what you don't know and implementing fixes methodically and careful not to compromise the security. So definitely a challenge. Trying to fix things you don't know exactly what are broken definitely takes a lot of patience, and like I said, just learning from past mistakes. What would you say the best part of your job is? The best part of my job would be the fact that it is ever changing and there is constantly something new to learn. This provides a challenge and always keeps me on my toes. It keeps me from becoming complacent and bored, as there will always be something new to learn and new things to grow upon. So yeah, definitely rather fascinating aspect. So yeah, that was the interview portion. Like I said, it's definitely fascinating. Gave us more of a deeper insight on the day-to-day functions of a computer systems engineer, kind of what they do. Definitely a broad scope of responsibility there. So yeah.